Hi, baby. Yeah, I'm fired up. And I got my tech working out today. So we should have Instagram coming online here in just a moment. We'll give an opportunity for people to jump in. So today, we're going to be talking about why other people are the secret. And man, I am coming off of an amazing hyper-focused state that I was in this morning. It was unexpected. It was unexpected. As the best hyper-focused sessions are, 9 a.m. it started. It didn't wrap up till about 20 minutes ago. So it was a 3-hour hyper-focused session with someone else who I'm going to tell you about. And I'm so excited to share these insights today. I'm bubbling with just like a new lease on life. Like I get in these moments, my wife knows when I get inspired, when I learn a bunch of new like insights and breakthroughs, and I'll go inside, and I walked in the house and my wife's there and she just kind of takes in everything that I share. She's like, whoa, she's like, you're making me sweat. This is a lot. So anyway, here we go. We're gonna get started. Instagram's going now. Here we go. We're live. Awesome. So we're now live on Instagram. Here we go. So let's talk about it. Why are other people the secret? So here's a few things going on with me. Number one, coming up right now, in about a little over a week, I'm going to be speaking up in Boise, Idaho at a live conference. It's called the Equip Conference. I'll put it in the comments later, but it's a conference for realtors is the target audience. And I'm gonna be up there with a dynamite lineup of speakers. I'm gonna be emceeing actually the entire event and also speaking. So I've been preparing for my talk and I've been stressing out, man. Like totally stressing out, totally overthinking it, and really experiencing a lot of overwhelm and getting pretty stuck and chopping myself down, telling myself, like, what am I doing speaking there, saying like really awful things to myself. And yet, I've been totally shocked by the person who I least expected to be like the angel that I needed. So her name's Courtney. So she's a new virtual assistant that I've recently been connected with to help me with my business. And I brought her on board to help me with, my webpage and some other things. And I was just curious enough. I was curious enough to learn about Courtney. I wanted to know, who is Courtney? What has she done? What's been her life experience? So I checked her out. I looked up her LinkedIn, found out Courtney has had a TED Talk. My virtual assistant has had a TED Talk. What? Like, hold the phone, first of all. Like, what? And so I come to find out that Courtney is like super accomplished. She's had this incredible career. She's been a dynamite project manager. She's a well-respected and admired leader. Her LinkedIn is just bubbling with all these testimonials of people being like, she's the most amazing leader. She always believed in me. I was like, wow. She's done a TED Talk. She sounds like the type of leader that I would want to be on a team with. I'm excited to meet her. So Courtney and I start talking, and we met for the first time like a couple weeks ago. And I told her, I said, Courtney, so I understand that you had a TED Talk. She's like, oh, yeah, that was a long time ago. So she kind of downplays it, right? But I keep it in the back of my mind. So I'm preparing for this talk. And I asked her a few days ago, I say, hey, and I was like afraid to ask this. Why? Probably because a lot of us struggle to ask for help, right? We know the help we need. We don't want to ask because we're afraid of how they're going to judge me, or should I already know this, or should I figure it out on my own, or is it going to make me look this or that? So I got over that and I just said, hey, I might be overstepping. I know that your speaking career was a long time ago, but I'm preparing for this talk. Like, is there any way you could help me? She was like, absolutely. I would love to help. I was like, yes, awesome. Almost like thinking that she would say, no, absolutely not. Go away. So we get on the call today at 9 a.m. and talk about my talk, which is still in its infancy. And I keep, brainstorming something and almost tearing up the paper and throwing it away. It just feels like 2 steps forward, 5 steps back. And that's what it's been like for days now, trying to prepare for my talk. So we get on the call at 9. I was blown away by how much wisdom Courtney had to share with me. You ever get in the presence of someone and you can tell that they have a master's degree through the School of Hard Knocks? Because whatever it is that they're sharing with you, they've clearly been through it. They've made all the mistakes. They've paid all the money. They've tried all the things. They've done the stupid stuff. Like, they've been there, done that. They've screwed up, fallen flat on their face, made a fool of themselves. And it's always those people who have the most incredible nuggets to give you. And that's exactly what Courtney did for me this morning. She just started sharing with me. And you could tell she was so in her element. I mean, she was happy and as joyful as I could possibly imagine someone to be. And we were just riffing, going back and forth. And she was like, here's the deal. This is what you need, Ross. Like, Ross, you need to do this. You need to do that. She's like, stop thinking about this. Stop thinking about that. And we were just going back and forth, back and forth. Has that ever happened to you? When's the last time that you encountered someone in your day? Maybe it's one of your employees. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's your spouse. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a neighbor. Maybe it's the person you're buying coffee from. But when's the last time that you were curious enough about who is this person? What do their life experiences look like? What has life taught them? What do they maybe have to share that I could really benefit from? We rarely do that. I know I rarely do that. I always stop myself short because I'm busy, because I need to get going, because I don't have time to be fascinated, curious, or open enough. I don't have time or patience or presence enough to linger in this moment with this other human being and to be so curious and genuinely interested in what they have to tell me, in what life's taught them. Hey, I'm about to do this thing. Do you have any experience with that? Any wisdom you could share? There are people all around us who have done things that we are preparing to do, that we are scared out of our mind to do, that we just hope somebody would exist or appear with a life preserver and they could just throw it over to us and pull us over toward them, teach us what we need to know, and then send us off again. And I want you to know that those people are everywhere. They're everywhere. Because why would a virtual assistant, why would I have ever expected that a virtual assistant would have a TED Talk, would have been a professional speaker for 10 years? I would never assume that. And had I not been curious enough, just like daring enough to look, to wonder, I would have not been blessed with the most inspiring, moving, and important conversation that I've had with another human being in quite a long time. And this conversation was 3 hours long. And do you ever have those moments? If you have ADHD, you know what I'm talking about, where 3 hours feels like 15 minutes, where you're so in sync with another human being, right? You so get each other, right? You've each walked a mile, right? In each other's in each other's shoes, that you want to stay in that moment forever. Courtney and I did not want to end that conversation. And I was such a grateful recipient. My gosh, I told Courtney at the end of that call, I said, Courtney, I don't know if anyone else is telling you this in your life, but you need to hear it from me. What you did for me today, this conversation, was worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I would have paid a lot of money for the value that you just so graciously offered today and just gave me. Like, what the heck? I'm just blown away. So I've now, because of Courtney, thank you, Courtney. Thank you. I've now gone from stressed, overwhelmed, freaking out, stuck. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, like I'm going to be a laughingstock. Oh my gosh, like I'm totally going to flop. Like all these things. I've gone from thinking that to being excited. I'm excited again about this talk. I know what I have to do. I'm excited to brainstorm. And it's all because I opened myself up enough and I humbled myself enough to be coachable. To say, I don't know a lot. And I would love some help. I would love to not feel alone right now. What are you going through right now? And you're feeling the stress, partly because it feels like it's all on you. What are you dealing with? What are you carrying? What problem are you trying to solve? And part of the overwhelm is because you are isolated. You're trying to do it with all of your experience and your knowledge and your skills, and you know that's not enough. Let me be someone to remind you today that that's okay. It's okay that you are not enough for the problem you're trying to solve. It's okay to admit, you know what? I don't have everything I need, but I can link arms with these other people that I know exist around me in my life who maybe I've been discounting, who maybe I've been too quick to judge, who maybe I've just immediately assumed that they haven't walked a mile in my shoes. Let me just tell you, you may be missing out on the support, the inspiration, the breakthroughs, the insights that you so desperately need and are craving and are looking for. So I gotta tell you, I haven't brushed my teeth today. I haven't shaved. I haven't showered. Just kind of like, this is my hair from yesterday. This is one of those shirts I just like put on that I like wear usually when I take my daughter to school and it's cold outside. I got my sweats on. Like I literally have not gotten myself ready for the day because I just allowed myself to be swept up in a 3-hour, hyper-focused, incredible conversation with another human being who I just met for the first time 2 weeks ago. And now, Courtney and I told her, I said, Courtney, I hope you know, we're going to be connected for life. Like if you'll have me, if you're okay with that, I'm excited to always have you in my corner. I hope I get the gift of always having you in my corner, someone I can call on, someone I can reach out to. That's what life's all about. We are not created to do this life alone. And this morning with Courtney, it was just such a beautiful example showing me that we are all so much more similar than we are different. And if we would just recognize that, lean into that, and understand that our joy and happiness often is fueled by our connection with others. So today, think about who is it in your life that maybe you've been connected to for a long time, but you've never cared enough to just ask a question and linger and listen to their answer and what they have to say. Who in your life have you known for a long time, but you're kind of embarrassed to say that there's not a lot of depth that you know about their history or what they've been through or what life's taught them? The things, the wisdom that they have to share, that they're willing to share if only someone would care enough to be able to slow down, take a minute, and say, hey, not only do I see you, but I'm ready to learn. I know that I have so much to learn, and I know that there's got to be something that you can teach me. Like that takes guts. That takes intentionality, and it doesn't happen with a packed schedule. It doesn't happen. It wouldn't have happened today. If I had back-to-back meetings today, I could have never been on a 3-hour serendipitous, hyper-focused, incredible, like the best call I've had in like 6 months with someone I just met 2 weeks ago. So make space in your day. Right? Maybe this is a charge and a call to finally cut some of that stuff out of your life that's sucking everything away. Right? If you have no margin in your life, if that's part of what's stressing you out, then you have got to snap out of it. And honestly, like, I struggle with the same things. I get so busy going from this activity to this activity and feeling like, wow, I was so busy today. That was really great. But you know what? A busy life never translates to a life that someone would describe as rich, like rich in love, rich in connection, rich in beauty, rich in serendipitous moments. So I go on and on, but I normally would never do a live. I would never do a live, not having brushed my teeth, I haven't showered, and I'm doing it today because, man, all that stuff just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. People want other people to show up just as you are. People want you to show up for them just as you are, as yourself, with all your flaws, with all your shortcomings, with all the things that you forgot to do, that you meant to do. People want all of that because when we can see all of that and feel all of that, that's human. And we don't feel so alone. Oh man, I'm just bubbling with love, and I wish I could just hug everybody out there all over the web. So I'm having a great day. And check out the conference. I'll drop it in the comments. The link. Check it out. I'm gonna be speaking. I'm gonna be speaking, but the lineup of speakers, there is some remarkable talent, and the caliber of people at this conference, it's blown me away. It's like I am humbled to be there. So get up to Boise, Idaho. It's happening on April 15th through 17th. It's going to be off the hook. I'm going to be your MC, so you know it's going to be damn entertaining. It's going to be a good time. And until my next live, hey, connect, make space, be real, be you, and be curious enough to learn from those around you. Because you might be sleeping on your next breakthrough and unbelievable insight that you're desperately searching for. Okay, talk soon, everybody. Ciao.